The Guardian Projects. Introduction, Book 1. I will be the first person to admit that I am not a great writer, and I do not see myself becoming a literary figure of great renown. Hell, if the truth were known, I am neither a great speller nor a very good typist, but I get it done. I have on occasion told a good joke and even a good story or two, but this is neither. This is what happened to me, and now I really need to put it down in writing because I think it's important that people of this planet know as much about the projects as the rest of the population of the known universe. Also, I should mention that I have a lousy memory, which has probably gotten worse as I grew older, if I could only remember. And if you're like me, you hate to be the last one to hear something new. So now you will be able to read about what's going on out there with the rest of the universe, at least what I have experienced so far and haven't forgotten. Remember also that I won't give you a detailed scientific explanation about what I saw, heard, and used, because out there things are different. For example, a Boeing 727 must have a zillion buttons, bells, and lights in the cockpit. My ship has maybe a couple of dozen. See what I mean? Different. Sometimes I just let it happen and tried not to figure it out, whatever it was, because I didn't have the time, nor the intelligence, and it might give me a headache. What surprised me was that sometimes shit happened that was just like TV Land. Or it would surprise me when I expected TV Land and got the exact opposite instead. Endings were like that, as you will see. So I will do my best to describe it all, but remember, I'm not Einstein. And some of the stuff I saw, even he couldn't explain. So don't expect a lot of fancy shit, okay? I mean, who can explain what happens when you start your car? A mechanic, right? So maybe someday I will take an expert with me. Just remember, I'm not a mechanic. A lot of the places I traveled to and aliens I met had their own name for things, though I sometimes couldn't pronounce, let alone spell them. So I did my best to get through it without any problems, and when I had to, I gave it my own name or used the ones we use here on Earth. Finally, we all look back and wonder why things happen to us and try to figure it out. I think this is true of what happened to me and why I'm writing this. A little closure, maybe. I certainly didn't ask to become a guardian, and if doing something nice for someone caused me to be singled out, oh well. It happened, and that's that. One other thing I will add before I begin is that to my knowledge, no one has ever been outside the solar system besides me, except those of you who claim to have been kidnapped by aliens. So rest assured that although I've been accused of being a bullshitter, no one in the coming years will accuse me of being a liar, even if I'm not perfect. Which is not to say that when my life was in danger a few times, I didn't lie like hell. As you shall see, it is what kept me alive to write this. So let's begin. I am Jim Edwards.